Interest rates have only been increasing and it applies to our savings account from the three big banks as well. So in today's video, I'm going to cover DBS savings account, UOB 1 savings account, and also the OCBC 360 savings account, comparing it for you, and then you can decide for yourself which account would you want to credit your salary in, save with, to get the best interest rates on your savings kept with the three big banks. Let's go. I'm going to be going through two scenarios today. First scenario being for those of you who are not able to hit a minimum spending of $500 on a credit card, which savings account will best suit you among the three big banks. And then second scenario is for those of you who actually are able to hit the minimum spending of $500 on a credit card with the bank, and which savings account you will get the best interest rates on your savings. Scenario number one is for those of you who cannot hit the minimum spend of $500 on a credit card with a certain bank. Let's start with DBS Multiplier because it is the easiest to eliminate. Basically, DBS Multiplier is not the bank that you want to go with if you are comparing between the three big banks. DBS Multiplier account requires you to actually credit your salary plus fulfill one other category in their listed categories in order to be able to earn some form of interest on your savings kept with them. So it's the easiest to eliminate because if you are just crediting your salary and you cannot fulfill either a credit card spend, home loan installment, insurance, or investments, this account is not one to go with. You will not be earning any good interest rates on just crediting your salary with them. Let's compare with the UOB 1 savings account. UOB 1 savings account is also not an option to have because the first category for the UOB 1 account that you need to hit is to actually spend a minimum of $500 on the credit card, which is why you can actually just eliminate DBS Multiplier and UOB 1 account if you cannot hit this minimum spending of $500 with the banks. However, if at this point you are considering that you can actually hit the minimum spend of $500 a month, stay for scenario 2 where I'll cover which bank compared between the three will be a good bank to use if you are able to hit the minimum spending of $500 a month. Now let's go to OCBC 360. Continuing on with scenario number 1, you cannot hit the minimum spending. OCBC 360 is the account that you want to go with because just by crediting your salary into the OCBC 360 account, you'll be earning an interest rate of 2% on your first $75,000 kept with the bank. If you count in the base account interest rate of 0.05%, technically you will be getting 2.05%. However, I encourage you to save with OCBC 360 because if you are able to increase your average daily balance of $500 monthly, you will be able to earn an additional 1.2% with the bank. If you actually calculate both crediting your salary and also saving with the bank, you will be getting 3.25% per annum on your savings kept with the bank, and this applies to your first $75,000. Among the three big banks, if you are in scenario number 1 like me, you cannot spend $500 a month on a single credit card, then go with the OCBC 360 savings account because amongst the three, it gives you the highest interest rate possible. Now, for those of you in scenario 2, let's compare between the three big banks which savings account will be better if you are able to fulfill the spending of $500 on the credit card that is specified by the bank. Let's go. Let's start with the DBS Multiplier again because it is the easiest to eliminate among the three big banks. So look at DBS Multiplier interest table right over here. If you credit your salary or have dividend or SG Findex plus transactions in one other category being the minimum spend of $500 on their credit card, and I'm assuming that your total eligible transactions per month is at the range of $2,500 to $5,000 per month, you will only be getting 1.5%. So don't even consider DBS Multiplier because in both my scenarios, they are the worst and the easiest to eliminate. Let's go and see UOB 1's account and how much interest you'll be getting if you just credit your salary and also spend a minimum of $500 on their eligible credit or debit card. UOB 1 actually gives you the highest among the three banks. If you spend a minimum of $500 in a calendar month and also credit your salary into the UOB 1 savings account, you'll be able to get 3.85% on your first $30,000 kept with the bank. So this is the highest because if you compare it with OCBC 360 account, let's take a look. You credit your salary and also spend at least $500, you will only be getting effectively 2.65% because 2% 2% will come from your salary crediting, 0.6% will come from spending, and the 0.05% is the base interest rate that you will get regardless whether you fulfill any of the requirements stated here. So if you compare between UOB and OCBC, 3.85% compared with 2.65%, UOB 1 is higher. Conclusion for scenario 2 is that if you can actually spend $500 on a credit card with the bank, go with UOB 1 savings account because right now it is giving you a rate of 3.85% on your first 30,000 kept with the bank. For those of you who have recently changed your HR information for crediting your salary to OCBC 360 account, fret not, I actually found a way to actually get 3.85% with OCBC 360 as well. And it's not very difficult because all you need to do is to actually save $500 with OCBC 360 account and you will also be getting 3.85%. Let's take a look at OCBC's interest account right over here. The requirement of salary crediting, saving $500 with them and also spending $500 on their credit card will allow you to earn a 3.85% per annum on the first $75,000 that you have kept with the bank. 2% will come from salary, 1.2% will come from saving with the bank, and spending will give you another 0.6% plus the 0.05% base interest for the OCBC 360 account. If you want to compare between both banks, OCBC 360 and also the UOB 1 account, just take a look at this table that I've actually done up. 3.85% for UOB 1, you only need to fulfill 2 categories. However, with OCBC 360 account, 3 categories, the extra category being saving $500 with the bank. It is not difficult to hit because you technically should be saving some form of money every single month. If you have already changed your salary crediting information to OCBC 360, don't worry, you are not missing out from the recent change and increase from UOB 1's account. The OCBC 360 account can also give you a 3.85% and it is giving you 3.85% on your first 75,000 as compared to UOB 1's 3.85% on your first 30,000. UOB 1 account, yes, if you have more with them, the next 30,000 will give you 3.9% if I'm not wrong. Let's take a look. Yes, if you have an additional 30,000 on top of your first 30,000, you'll be getting 3.9% on your next 30,000 kept with UOB 1. It is not that much of a difference compared between UOB 1 and OCBC 360. All of you should be saving some form of money every single month, and it is good because if you really want to get the interest rate from OCBC 360, you will have to save the $500 every single month. OCBC is still not a very bad account if you really compare between the two. However, if you think that you cannot save $500 incrementally every single month, then go and change your salary crediting information to the UOB 1 savings account. I hope this video has been helpful for you comparing between the 3 big banks. For me, as I mentioned, I will still be sticking with OCBC 360. If this is what you are asking, I'm going ahead with OCBC 360. I'm going to be saving with the bank, spending if I can, and yeah. So when I'm back fully in Singapore, I think I'll be able to hit the $500 minimum spending. One more tip I have is that if you ask me which bank would I prefer to be spending with, I would say that I prefer spending with UOB. If you do not know, I do advocate and talk a lot about UOB's credit card. The main 2 cards that I'm using is actually the UOB eVault card and also the UOB Absolute Amex card. I have detailed guides for both these cards and also affiliate sign up links if you are interested as well. I'll link the video up above and down below. If you're interested, do use my affiliate link to sign up. It will really help with supporting this channel. I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you have any further questions that you might have, let me know in the comment section below. If not, you can DM me on Instagram or actually email me as well. If you know of someone that will benefit from watching this video, share it with them, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.